All right, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, this is Profesor Pablo and lesson number 93, sentence starters. We're racing to 100. I'm afraid of ing. We have two in the red. I'm afraid of plus infinitive, or tenía miedo de, I was afraid of doing something. Okay, tengo miedo de plus infinitive, I'm afraid of doing something, or I'm afraid to do something. Tenía miedo de, I was afraid to do something, or I was afraid of doing something. Let's take a look at our vocabulary. Infinitives, verb number 0. To do it, hacerlo. To see him or her, verlo, verla. To not pass, no pasar. To fail, fracasar. To win, ganar. To go there, ir allí. To damage it, dañarlo. To get hurt, lastimarse. To break it, romperlo. To lose, perder. To say it, decirlo. To fall, caerse. To lose it, perderlo. To lie, mentir. And to get sick, enfermarse. Our verb conjugations. Present tense, verb number 3 of tener. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tienen. We've used that many times. And the imperfect as well. Tenía, tenías, tenía, teníamos, tenían. Let's take a peek at the examples. I'm afraid of not passing, or I'm afraid to not pass. Tengo miedo de no pasar. I was afraid of not winning. Tenía miedo de no ganar. I'm afraid of getting sick. Tengo miedo de enfermarme. I was afraid of getting hurt. Tenía miedo de lastimarme. Are you afraid to talk with him? ¿Tienes miedo de hablar con él? Susie was afraid to say it. Susie tenía miedo de decirlo. Okay, let's go over the vocab. Look at the English, say the Spanish. Here we go. Hacerlo, hacerlo. Verlo, verlo. No pasar, no pasar. Fracasar, fracasar. Ganar, ganar. Ir allí, ir allí. Dañarlo, dañarlo. Lastimarse, lastimarse. Romperlo, romperlo. Perder, perder. Decirlo, decirlo. Caerse, caerse. Perderlo, perderlo. Mentir, mentir. Enfermarse. All right, at the top. Tengo miedo de. Let's try some. I'm afraid of doing it. Tengo miedo de hacerlo. I was afraid of doing it. Tenía miedo de hacerlo. I'm afraid to see him. Tengo miedo de verlo. I was afraid to see him. Tenía miedo de verlo. I'm afraid of failing. Tengo miedo de fracasar. I was afraid of failing. Tenía miedo de fracasar. I'm afraid to go there. Tengo miedo de ir allí. I was afraid to go there. Tenía miedo de ir allí. I'm afraid of getting hurt. Tengo miedo de lastimarme. I was afraid of getting hurt. Tenía miedo de lastimarme. Let's put it in the we form. We are afraid of getting hurt. Tenemos miedo de lastimarnos. We were afraid of getting hurt. Teníamos miedo de lastimarnos. We are afraid to break it. Tenemos miedo de romperlo. We were afraid to break it. Teníamos miedo de romperlo. Let's ask a question of a friend. Are you afraid of not passing? ¿Tienes miedo de no pasar? Were you afraid of not passing? ¿Tenías miedo de no pasar? Are you afraid to go there? ¿Tienes miedo de ir allí? Were you afraid to go there? ¿Tenías miedo de ir allí? Are you afraid to damage it? ¿Tienes miedo de dañarlo? Were you afraid to damage it? ¿Tenías miedo de dañarlo? Okay, very easy. The verb tener, we know tener inside and out. Okay, I'm afraid of doing something, or I am afraid to do something. Tengo miedo de, I'm afraid of. Tenía miedo de, I was afraid of. That's it for lesson 93. Give it its check mark. Hasta la próxima lección. This is Profesor Pablo signing off. Cambio fuera.